You ever walk into an old house, maybe the one you grew up in, and you just get this feeling, like the walls themselves are soaked in memories? It's this powerful, almost spooky idea that a place can hold on to the past.
Well, that is pretty much the exact question a man named Randy Seaver asked about his childhood home. It's a question that ended up sparking this amazing experiment, one that mixes that warm, fuzzy nostalgia with some seriously cutting-edge tech. He brought a memory to life in a way I don't think anyone saw coming. All right, let's get into it.
So, I want you to travel back with me. We're going to the mid-1950s to a sunroom in San Diego. For a young kid named Randy, after school, this little room, well, it was basically the entire universe. Just picture it. Homework's over. The desk his dad built isn't for math anymore. Nope, it's now the official broadcast booth for Lane Field, home of the San Diego Padres. And Randy, he's not just playing a game. He's the play-by-play guy, the scorekeeper, the cheering crowd. He's running a whole baseball league all by himself. A total one-man show.
And this is what's so incredible. This was not just some random make-believe. It was a system, a real masterpiece of logic for a 12-year-old. He made a chart where every single combination you could get from two dice meant something. A single, a double, a strikeout. He'd roll, call the play like he was on the radio, and then, get this, he'd write down all the stats in a notebook for entire seasons.
And that, right there, is the key. It wasn't just about baseball. His brother Stan asked him, "Hey, why don't you just listen to a real game?" And Randy's answer tells you everything you need to know. He wanted to be in charge of the drama, the director of the ninth inning heroics. He had total control.
Okay, so you've just heard this incredibly detailed, emotional story. It feels like something pulled right out of a family album, doesn't it? Well, where this story actually came from, that's the wildest part of this whole thing.
So I've got to ask you, who do you think actually wrote what we just heard? All those little details, the sound of the dice, the announcer's voice, his mom smiling from the other room. Was it Randy, writing his memoirs years later? The author was an AI, an artificial intelligence. All that story, the emotion, the narrative flair, it was all put together by a machine. Yeah. Let that sink in for a second.
Okay, so how on earth is that even possible? This wasn't some computer making up a fake memory. Not at all. It was actually a really beautiful collaboration. Let's pull back the curtain and see exactly how this man and a machine worked together.
Think of it like a true partnership. Randall provided the soul. He just wrote down everything he could remember. All the scattered facts about the house, his family, the games he played. That was the raw material, the human experience. The AI's job was to be the storyteller, to take all those pieces and weave them together into one story that made you feel something.
And the actual process was, believe it or not, super straightforward. Step 1, Randall did the hard part, the human part. He collected his own memories. Step 2, he just uploaded that document into an AI tool. And then step 3, he gave it one simple command. Please write a short story about Randy's radio baseball theater. That's it. That one-sentence prompt gave us that entire rich narrative.
But here's the magic. The AI didn't just spit facts back out. It didn't just summarize. It actually acted like a real storyteller. It understood things like character, plot, and drama.
I mean, check this out. The AI created these little stories inside the main story. It gave players like Rocky Colavito an arc, saying he's been hot at the plate. It created suspense. A grand slam in the bottom of the ninth to win it all. And it even picked up on the subtle family stuff, the brother who didn't get it and the mom who secretly loved it. All of that was pulled from Randall's notes, but shaped into a real story. And this is the stuff that really blows my mind, the creative flair. The AI totally nailed the announcer's voice. It correctly used the term DXing, which is a niche hobbyist term for finding faraway radio signals that Randall had mentioned. It invented emotional stakes, like a player getting a shot at redemption, and it gave the whole thing an arc, a beginning, middle, and a gentle end as the game faded away when Randy got older.
That imaginary baseball theater wasn't just a phase. It wasn't just something a kid did. It was the very beginning of a real, lifelong passion that connects directly to who Randall is right now today.
And you can literally trace that passion right through his life. It starts in that sunroom in the 50s, then, boom, 1954, he's at his first real game. Fast forward a few decades, and he's a season ticket holder for 23 straight years. And today, he's passing that love of the game down to his own grandkids. The imaginary world he built became a real-world legacy.
So this brings us to the big idea, the main takeaway. This is not a story about machines replacing us or replacing our memories. It's about technology being a partner, a powerful tool that can help us unlock, organize, and share the stories that are already inside of us, just waiting for a little help to get out.
And that leaves us with one last big question. Randall used this to unlock a story from a sunroom in the 1950s. And it just makes you wonder, what memories are locked away in your family's history? What stories from your past are just sitting there, waiting for the right partner to help bring them back to life?